Hi guys, how are you all doing? So, it's been a long time since I've made any video in which I'm talking to camera like this, but today here it goes. And the background is looking pretty, so I thought it's a good time to make a video like this. So, I am filming this video because I want to share with you all my IIM Indoors interview experience. So, a few weeks back, I gave my IIM Indoors interview, and what all the questions were asked and my overall experience. I just wanted to share that with you all. So, here it goes. So, I actually shot the video on the day that I gave the interview and just came back and shot a video, but then I accidentally deleted it, so I was like, oh, screwed up now. Let's do it some other day. So I think today is a nice day, so let's do it. So the questions that were asked to me during my interview were like this, but before that, story times. So what happened that day with me was like, I did my cab scheduled a day before my interview because I have to reach the location by 8 a.m. and it was 1 hour from my place. I have to go to Faridabad from Gurgaon. So I booked my cab a day before, and then on the day I booked it for 6 a.m. in the morning, and then I went there. And when I reached there, I realized that I forgot my portfolio, my file which has all my important documents, my certificates, my degree and everything. I just forgot to take it with me. I was preparing it the day before, and on the day I was like, I just totally forgot. And then when I went there, I saw people coming in the hall and they were all carrying their file, and then I realized, oh shit, I forgot it. Then I booked my parcel, rapido parcel, and it actually reached there by time. So then I was like relieved, okay, bach gaye bhagwan ji aaj to. So it was a very horrible experience. I was like so scared, so anxious all the time, like when will it come, when will it come. And thank god, thankfully it reached on time, so I wasn't called for the verification of my documents till 9, and my documents arrived there by 8:40. So I was like, okay, on time. So this is the major stupidity someone like me can do, like. But yeah, so don't forget to get your portfolio with you when you go for an interview. Okay, tip number one. So now let's get into the IIM Indore's interview experience and how it went. So when I entered my interview room, I was carrying my file, like my verification and everything was done before the interview. And then when I went into the interview room, so they asked me that if you want to share anything in your file which has not been shared yet to anyone. So I was like, yeah, I haven't shared my national certificates and I also have an NCC certificate. So they were like, okay, but they didn't checked out. They were like, just keep your file aside, we can begin with your interview. So I kept my file aside, and then the first question they asked me was like, so Charulata, tell me about yourself. So I had a brief structure prepared in my mind, like what I have to say when somebody asks me a question like, um, tell me about yourself. So I was telling me about all the work experience that I had. I explained them and my graduation and everything. I'm not going to disclose it right now, but I had a prepared structure in my mind. So just after my this introduction was over, they asked me, oh, so you're from Haryana. Maybe because I said that I have 3 times national, so they might have guessed it like I'm from Haryana, because Haryana uh, children are more into sports and all. Then I said, no, I'm not from Haryana, I'm from Madhya Pradesh. So then they asked me, where from Madhya Pradesh? I told them I'm from Neemach. So they were like, oh, so tell me something about Neemach. So even that, I had a prepared structure in my mind. Like Neemuch is famous for a lot of things. Like opium is grown there legally. So in very less places in India, opium is grown, and Neemuch is one of them. So I told them about that, and then it's also the place where CTC and CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, and their training camp was established. So I told them that it is originated there and it has a huge training camp over there. It's just so close to my home also. And then I also told that Neemuch is also called City of Nature. So they were like, oh, they were impressed, and they were like, oh, so if you have to choose between Gurgaon and Neemuch, then what will you choose? And I was like, obviously I will choose Neemuch because it is a very beautiful place. It's very peaceful, it's very calm. Like I've grown up there, I lived in a very nice, a very gentle environment, and it's a beautiful place overall. So I told them that for me, Neemuch is over Gurgaon anytime, anytime. So Gurgaon is definitely, and then I just said like Gurgaon also has like a lot of facilities. It's a Tier 1 city, so life is much more comfortable here. But Neemuch is hard. So I didn't said that, but I was like, I will choose Neemuch over Gurgaon anytime. So that was my answer. And then he asked me about my work. So here in BlackRock, it's one of the largest asset management company in the world. So what's your daily BAU over there? So then I told them that in BlackRock, my profile, I'm in operations, and I then explained my daily basis work. I'm not going to explain it over here again, but I had a structured like to 1 minute, 1 minute something, 1 minute 30 second structure of explaining like what is my daily work that I do in BlackRock, like my entire profile. And then they were impressed, but then they didn't cross question me about that. And then they started asking me the question about my graduation. They asked me, so you have done statistics honors? So I was like, yes, I've done statistics honors from Lady Shri Ram College for Women. So then they started asking me a lot of stats question. So initially I was able to answer a few questions like mean, median, like what is different between median and mode, how would you explain that? And I was giving them a lot of explanations, but they were not getting satisfied. But then they moved on to the next question. They were like, so do you know about multicollinearity? I was like, I'm not sure because I haven't brushed that up. I left stats like 3 years back and I have no idea. So I just told them directly. And then they asked me um, about non-parametric test, parametric test. I told them a brief structure about that, and then they asked me about central limit theorem. Uh, at least this you should know. You have done statistics honors. So I was like, yeah, I know that. So I explained them the statement of central limit theorem, and I've also drawn a normal distribution curve. And then they were like, oh, normal distribution curve, so can you write the PDF of normal distribution curve? And then I was again blank that I'm not sure about this. So basically summing up, I screwed up my statistics background questions. So I wasn't like very fluent and very like upfront with my knowledge and concepts in that. But then I told them very clearly, and then they were like, they I think they kind of understand because I'm not I'm a work experience person. So I'm so much into work that I haven't brushed up my previous concepts. So then they also asked me about interquartile range, and then I explained that. And then the next panelist, she started asking me a question. So what do you understand by HRM, human resource management? So I was also prepared with these answers. Like I knew a structure in my mind again how to answer such questions, and I explained them how the entire human resource management thing works. like just giving a brief, like from their onboarding to their offboarding, if any employee resigns, so the process of that. Like HR is responsible for a lot of things in a company. It's also for the well-being of the employees. So and then I answered about that. So here it goes. And please ignore that noises. So I just, my room is just near a road, and that road is has noise like all the time. So I'm used to it, but I don't have any other time to make this video. So please bear with me. So getting to the second part of the interview, so they were asking me HR questions. So the next question was, what is people management? So as I have 2.5 years of experience in corporate, so I knew like what is the work of a people manager. I worked with people managers, so I knew about people management. So I told them like what a people manager do. They delegates and assign the work to their employees who are under them, and they also analyze and give feedbacks on the work, and they also give a rating at the end of the year, and which will eventually also affect their salaries in the firm. So this is how a manager work, and manager is also responsible for the learning and growth of the employee in the company. So they also give them trainings, they make them understand the work, and they are responsible for the overall growth in the company. So uh, it was well better structured over there, but I just told them about people management as like that. And after that they started me asking about current affair questions. So they asked me like, who manages the monetary policy in the country, in India. So I told them RBI. They asked me full form of RBI. I told them Reserve Bank of India. And then they asked me who is the current governor of RBI. So I told them Sanjay Malhotra. I was prepared with it. I have read it, so I knew it was Sanjay Malhotra. And then they asked me that RBI is in news like these days a lot. I gave my interview on 14th Feb 2025, and during that time, a few days back only, RBI has cut down its repo rate. So the repo rates were down. So I told them that I've read about this, and then they were like, oh, so what do you mean by repo rate? So I told them that repo rate means the interest rate at which RBI give loan to all other commercial small banks in the country. And then they asked me, what do you know about NPS? So I told them National Pension Scheme, and they were like, we know that, we want to know more about it. So then I started explaining them about the pension, like how a pension works. Like every month we invest some part of our salaries in the pension fund, and after some time, at the age of 60, we get the pension back, either in the lump sum amount or in terms of like salaries every month. So they told me, you're explaining this about pension, what is different about NPS? So then I was like, yeah. So, and like before 2004 or 5, I think the government employees, they had this pension benefits in their when they join any government organization. But after that they reduced it. Like then the employees have to select if they want to invest in that or not. So then they would be having a choice to invest in NPS. Otherwise it is not by default over there. And in NPS also there's a limit. Like you have, if you start investing, then you have to invest till the age of 60. You cannot break it down between. So because of that, it also becomes a financial stress on the investor or on the people who are investing in NPS, because till the age of 60 it gets really difficult to invest continuously, especially if you don't have any solid or like a perfect source of income every month. So it gives a little financial instability and stress over the investor. So they choose other investment plans like PPF or LIC. LIC also have some pension plans, so they choose them over NPS because age 60 is like a long investment, and it also has three pools like high risk, low risk, medium risk, and you can select from that. Then they were kind of impressed, like satisfied with my answer, and then they asked me, so you told about PPF, so do you know, like, is there any interest taxes on PPF? So I told them, I think so, I'm not sure if it is, I will have to check. And they were like, okay. And then I came and checked, and they was like, there's no tax on PPF. So I just guessed it, and I told them that I'm not sure. So that was it, and that was my interview, and that was how it overall went. I was a little nervous at point of time, and I was very stressed from inside, but I was keeping a smile on my face, and I was keeping it very positive that I don't look like in my stats part I do messed up with some concepts because I was not very aware about them at that point of time. But overall, I always kept like a smile on my face, and I was keeping my interview really healthy and positive. So I think it went good according to me, and the results are still awaiting. Um, but I'll be posting this video hopefully if I'll get into IIM Indore. Um, Hopefully, but yeah, that was like my experience. And after my interview got over, I was going away, and then they were like, there's some candies put on the table, you can just pick that up. And I just had one of them, and I just came back. It was a nice interview. I was telling both of them, thank you so much, thank you so much. They were also, thank you. And then it was a good one, I think. So yeah, that was my interview experience. So if you like this video, please like this, please subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends who might be like preparing for CAT or any such exam, or for any such interview, if it is of any help to you. And I'm also on Instagram. I will put my details in the caption below. You can just check that out, and thank you so much.